Oh, let them. My disclaimer: outside looking in, no U.S. Congressional Oversight Committee, no International Atomic Energy Agency, no Joint Chiefs of Staff, no National Security Council, no access to classified docs, nor do I know anyone who has access to classified docs. Court papers, judges' decisions, peer-reviewed journal articles, and well-sourced, well-researched open source articles. What we're searching for is a quasi-model, quote-unquote, statistical significance, and all likelihood, no probability for trends, differences, and patterns in the data, and that we conceivably reach reasonable, responsible conclusions. And by the way, we believe our conclusions are close. Classified information is the mean, where within the standard deviation of the mean. The Russo disclaimer. So, right? First of all, are we surprised? No. About what's going on, right? People are afraid, right? I heard. That's true, Betty, right? People are afraid. God bless you, Johnny. Don't worry about it, Greenwood. As long as they're not dropping F-bombs, please. Don't, because I'm scrutinized like you wouldn't believe. You know what I mean? People are entitled to their opinions. This guy, John Herrera, I mean, he's a loon job, but he's entitled to it, right? So are we surprised? No, right? So we know the vectors on Iran, right, Greenwood? We know the vectors on Iran, China, and Russia. The Wuhan virus is not yet, but we will be, Betty. Keyboard here, absolutely, Greenwood. You're the bomb, son. Just, haters are going to be haters, right, Pay? Let the haters hate. We're drilling down. These people are being manipulated, right? We know this. They are being manipulated beyond belief. That's how bad this is. I'm going to get it, Betty. Absolutely. I have a login. I just haven't drilled down in there yet, but we will. But we know the people that are out there protesting, the people are being manipulated, right, Johnny? Beyond belief. We know this, right? Okay. So with that being said, let's move forward. So we know the vectors, because these vectors tell us a lot, right? Just looking at the Wuhan virus, it goes from Wuhan to Iran to Moscow. How does it get there? Marwan Air. From Moscow to Caracas, and then I got the Margarita Island. We're gonna go over that, right? And then from Margarita Island, they infiltrate the United States either through the U.S.-Mexican border, or they take a plane from Caracas to the northern border, to Canada, and they go through the northern border, right? So we know this. These people we know are manipulated, right? So now, right, who's running these cities? Who's running these states, these big cities? The Democrats. They've politicized this thing. We know that. Their delay. If Rudy Giuliani was the mayor at any one of these spots, you know what would have happened. He would have quarantined the peaceful protesters, and the city would have been on lockdown. The people would have had an area to protest, up and down, an area to protest, right? The people would have had an area to protest. Absolutely. Hey, listen. Hey, fat boy. I can't have this perverse language in here in my room. Either you're going to come in another way. Absolutely, Pay. We got that all bringing that in. If you see my tweets today, you'll see we're going to bring this all in together. George Soros is also involved with the Open Society. No cursing in here, because I end up getting shut down by Twitter. They look for any excuse to shut me down. I don't care. I don't sit there complaining. But I'm not going to have somebody come in here and we will. Let's just set the room up, okay? Pay. I'll show me a little later, and we'll go there. But that freaking handle, son, is bad, fat boy. That handle is really bad. Why don't you just leave, change your handle, and come back? I can't have that handle in here. Now, I love woman, but I can't have you with that handle in my room. I'm going to get thrown out, okay? So listen, So now this is what we got going on, right? What do we got going on? What is really going on? While everybody's getting manipulated, we're going to drill down into this thing, right? So Soros, right? So we know without even looking at this attack, because this is basically an attack. Oh, is that the chick? Thank you, Pay. This is basically an attack on our civil liberties, right? Again, the people in the streets are being manipulated, right? We know this. We know the virus has become a human bioweapon being sent out by China and Iran, right? Marwan Air, BC, and we know, according to German intelligence, the President Xi and the WHO were working together to cover this thing up, right? With the virus. So that's the first attack, right? Now, the Democrats have taken something which basically doesn't look good, right? Acting like this goes on every day, right? Right? This particular incident doesn't look good. Looks bad, right? So why can't the people have a quarantined area to protest and people and have the cities on lockdown? Because the Democrats want to politicize this. It's called they want to politicize this. And guess what? Like we've suspected all along, blame our great president Donald John Trump. Right? There you go, right, BB, right? It only kills the Democrat, right? And then meanwhile, the Democrats sent all those COVID patients, the Democratic governors sent all those COVID patients to the nursing homes. So go figure, right? You pull out the nursing home, the poor old people in the nurses, those poor people in the nursing homes, you pull their debts out of there. Why are we on lockdown, right? It's crazy, Johnny. It's crazy, right? So we know the Democrats' game is to politicize this to the utmost. Oh, these people. Oh, right? I'm listening to rhetoric. I'm listening to rhetoric by these unfortunate manipulated people, and it sounds like the 1950s, quite frankly. I just don't understand it. These people sound like the 1950s. Yeah, I can't breathe. You know, come on, man. Right? 1950s. You know, this is what? This is 2020. We're looking 70 years later and the same rhetoric. The same rhetoric. Same rhetoric. Same stuff. Ridiculous, right? So what's going on, right? Check it out, right? We know Black Lives Matter has called for cop killing, right? We know that. We know Black Lives Matter has gone. They've actually, the Islamic Republic of Iran has actually recruited Black Lives Matter activists to go to Iran and discuss police brutality in America beyond belief. Beyond belief, right? So we got activists coming in from Iran and doing their thing, right? Now they're not violent. Now Black Lives Matter hasn't called for cop killing, right? Lies, right? Black Lives Matter went to Iran, right? We are for the Martin Luther King branch of the civil rights movement. We are for the Martin Luther King branch of the Black Lives Matter. I mean, of the Black Congressional Caucus movement, right? Black Lives Matter is a part of the terrorist entities in this country. They have called for cop killing. They have activists that have actually gone to New Horizon conferences inside of Iran, right? And then you have Mohammed Javad Zarif, right? We have Mohammed Javad Zarif agreeing that Open Society, George Soros' group, has worked with the Islamic Republic of Iran. So, right? So this is crazy. They go to Iran, who's against this country, who's against our way of life. They look right. Trump launches right, SpaceX, right? So this is crazy. So they go to Iran, they come back, and this is what they do. This was a planned, orchestrated attack. The people that are on those streets are manipulated. They're falling for the stuff, right? Go out and derive the Schrodinger equation. Go out and create the next quantum computer. You know, you got to create wealth. This is not easy, right? It's the way it is, right? There are other instances. This doesn't happen every day. Let's be real and honest. We just came off of a black president. I didn't agree with him. I didn't vote for him, but we had our first black president. Now, things have changed since the 1950s. If you listen to these people today, we're still in the 1950s. It is absolutely ridiculous, right? And I'm not for violence. America is, you can protest the government. Peaceful protest. I'm not for going in. This reminds me of the Islamic Republic of Iran Revolution in 1979 when they stormed the United States Embassy. The protesters over here stormed the police precincts. They're burning police precincts. They're burning cop cars. And we got politicians blaming the police officers. This is the dumbest stuff I've ever heard in my life. The dumbest stuff. This is the dumbest stuff I've ever heard in my life. And then we got Biden staffers bailing out. We got Biden staffers bailing out the rioters. What the heck is going on over here? According to the New York Post and other articles, Biden staffers bailing out. Biden staffers bailing out. It is beyond belief. Biden staffers bailing out the rioters, right? Black Lives Matter all of a sudden, and then we have Kamala Harris protesting with Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is a violent organization. They call for cop killers. They call for the slaying of cops. I'm sorry. That's a fact. Biden staffers are bailing out rioters. What the heck is going on over here? Right? What the heck is going on over here? Beyond belief. Beyond belief. We got Biden staffers bailing out. I never in my life. It gets you votes. Okay. And then you got the real piece of work, right? Keith Ellison. Remember Russo, I tell you, man. I told you about Keith Ellison, right? And we're going to drill down. I don't have everything on Keith Ellison tonight. So right now, I don't have anything statistically significant on Keith Ellison. I just have him taking a picture with this, right? I have Keith Ellison taking a picture with this thing. He has this picture in his Twitter feed. Keith Ellison, we know Keith Ellison swore in under the Quran because this is what they want now. They want anarchy. They got power. They want anarchy. As this cat Gary said in the room, he's a lefty. It gets them votes, right? They want anarchy. This is what, absolutely, God bless you, Johnny. This is what Keith Ellison's been blogging. This is what he blogged. So right now, it's a tangential connection. We're going to get an intersection here. Keith Ellison is the deputy chair, last time I checked anyway, Greenwood, the deputy chair of the DNC. Swore in under the Quran. He's with the Black Congressional Caucus. He's not for the Martin Luther King branch of the Black Congressional Caucus. He's from the Nation of Islam, the Louis Farrakhan branch of the Black Congressional Caucus. That's the Maxine Waters branch of it. That is the branch I'm not with. I'm with the Christian side of this thing. I'm a man of Christ. I'm a man of the Rosary. That's where I fall with this stuff. I'm for this thing should have never escalated. It's okay, Lost. It's all good, man. This thing should never have escalated to this point. That's because if we had if Rudy were those mayors, Rudy Giuliani, the city would have been on lockdown. He would have had a peaceful section for the protesters. They could have screamed all day, right? But they would not have been allowed to roam the streets and blow up cop cars and go into precincts and threaten the safety of the native New Yorkers. It is an absolute disgrace with the governor of New York, that rat that he is, the Fredo, and we got that Sandinista blaming the cops. He's a disgrace. And absolutely, Justin, what's up? Disgrace. So now, Antifa, I got a better picture than this. But this is what Antifa looks like. You tell me who they look like. I got a better picture. I can't find it. Who do they look like? They anti-Jew. Antifa's anti-Jew. Right? Antifa is anti-Jew. Right? The radical Islamists have sided with terrorist groups that are not, right? The Mexican drug cartel. They're a narco-terrorists. Hezbollah and the Sunni militias on the U.S.-Mexican border have sided with the narco-terrorists. Why wouldn't they side with these cats too? Look at them. They look just like them. They look just like radical Islamists, does the Antifa. I got a better picture than this. I can't find it. So why wouldn't they be working together? Isn't it crazy that Keith Ellison is in charge of it now? They're getting more power because the Democrats are bought and sold by the radical Islamists. And the only thing left in this country is our great president, Donald John Trump, and the Freedom Caucus. And thank God we got Mitch McConnell. If we didn't have Mitch McConnell in the Senate, Trump would have nobody to work with him. If our great president didn't have Mitch McConnell in the Senate, how would he get things done in the Congress? This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm telling you. So, Keith Ellison, why am I not shocked? He's with CARE, the Council of America, his Muslim Brotherhood. With Adrian Carson. Who's the congresswoman in Minneapolis? Tell me. Who is the congresswoman in Minneapolis? Who's the congresswoman in Minneapolis? Tell me. Who? Tell me. Who is the congresswoman in Minneapolis? Come on. Omar! Why am I not shocked? Oh my God. Are you shocked? This is no joke over here. This is what's really going on. He puts Keith Ellison in charge of the case. And I'm going to get this done. I ask Keith, what's more important to him? The Quran or the United States American law? Ask him. I'd love to hear his answer to that. Because we're the infidels. He's in the land of the infidels. I'm telling you, we are the infidels over here. Cuomo was a disgrace. He was lying in the streets with them. I'm telling you. Look who's in charge. Look, I'm telling you, MEM. I'm not promoting violence here, but I'll tell you this much: it's crazy. And that mayor's a biatch. Please forgive. He's a biatch. That mayor, a big time biatch. Unbelievable. I am so blown away when I saw Keith Ellison take over this thing. I said, there it is. Oops, there it is. Russo's been talking about this stuff from Jump Street. If you notice, Congresswoman Omar is on the DL because there's heat on her. There's heat on her. I'm telling you. Lost. There's heat on her. There's heat on Congresswoman Omar. That Qatari Erdogan asset. There's heat on that. Now, Ellison, Keith Ellison, he don't have an Islam name. I love to know his Islamic name. Oh my God. This is insane. Ask Ellison, what's more important to him? The Quran or American law? Ask him. I'd love to hear this liar's answer. I'm telling you, MEM, it is insane, bro. It is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And then we got Kamala Harris, like Cuomo did with Black Lives Matter in the streets. He was laying in the streets with the Islamists, because as far as I'm concerned, if Black Lives Matter activists are going to Iran, New Horizon conferences, and getting educated by the Islamists in Iran about America, they're traitors. They are traitors. That's treason. So, right? So they're Islamists as far as I'm concerned. They are Islamists. Cuomo's lying in the streets with them. Black Lives Matter. Lying in the streets with them. That rat that he is. Blaming the president for everything. That he couldn't do himself. Then we got Mohammed Javad Zarif, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Iran. What do they say in Iran? I can't breathe. Oh. What are they saying in China? I can't breathe. Oh. What are they saying in London? I can't breathe. Oh. There you go, Justin. I'm telling you, MEM. What are they saying in Germany? I can't breathe. Right? Jealousy, envy of the American economy. That's what this is. This is a global takedown of this great country. A global takedown. President Trump had the greatest economy. Klobuchar. Are you serious, Gary? Klobuchar. Are you serious? She couldn't handle a hit. She was her feathers were getting all raffled up. A little debate. She was like, I'm being debated. I can't take it. She was like forget about it. She was squirming. She can't take a little hit. I gotta, come on, man. Amateur night. These are amateurs. Mohammed Javad Zarif, trained in America, and a mole for the CIA, right? A mole for the CIA. Mohammed Javad Zarif. Like Mohammed Morsi. I'm telling you, man. This is like beyond belief. Iran admits to be working closely with the Open Society, George Soros. What up, Don? Open Society. Well, I wouldn't say that. She was hard on. I don't care what she was, Gary. She don't have the gravitas to be in the spot with Biden. Because Biden, first of all, is a criminal, and he just doesn't. Well, I think that's kind of that's not I don't agree with that, MM. I didn't bring her up. Well, you're entitled to your opinion, right, Gary? You're entitled. I'm telling you, Johnny, it's beyond belief. Curfew was up in L.A. What up, Don? Oh, my God. So we got Black Lives Matter going over to Iran, and the vectors are very clear. My question is, how did this organized, orchestrated attack on the cities of America, how did they get these weapons? They had to get these weapons from the U.S.-Mexican border. They had to. Something had to come from there. And those vectors are very clear. And if you look the way the vectors go, the cities in Dallas are right there. Houston, San Antonio, it's crazy, right? Then you go up along, you go into New Orleans, Louisiana, you got Tampa, Florida, right? You go through Macon County, Alabama, there it is, right? Right through the big, You go right past you go right into Charlotte, North Carolina. You're passing alongside of Atlanta, Georgia. There it is again. The only one that made sense with these mayors was that Mayor Combs. What's her name? Mayor Combs, the mayor from Atlanta, Georgia. The vectors are very clear, from the poppy fields of Mexico to the streets of New York. The military strongholds in these cities. How are they getting these weapons? How are they moving these weapons? Through the vectors. The vector that we talked about, we've been talking about from San Antonio, Houston, to Houston, to New Orleans, Louisiana. Tampa Bay is right there, right? Atlanta goes, you got from Macon County, Alabama, right next to that is Atlanta, Georgia. You go up, you're in Charlotte. Hezbollah is in Charlotte. This is crazy. Then you go into D.C., there it is. Then you go into Philadelphia, there it is. Then you're in New York, there it is. The vectors are right there. I'm telling you. Crime scene, U.S.-Mexican border. How did they move those weapons? Those military strongholds in each of those spots. In New York, there's a military stronghold. How are they moving those weapons? How are they moving those weapons in D.C. and Philadelphia? How are they moving those weapons in Atlanta, Georgia? How are they moving those weapons in Tampa? With those vectors. The vector that we talk about. And it's coming from Margarita Island, Hezbollah, from Caracas, all the way from Caracas, all the way from West Asia, where Iran is, all the way from Wuhan in China. This is an attack on our civil liberties, people, beyond belief. President Trump had to go into a bunker. Are you kidding me over here? This is insane. They hire exactly, MEM. Exactly. Her name is Bottoms, right? Her name is Bottoms. At least she was honest. If Rudy Giuliani was the mayor here, there would have been a space. There would have been a space for the protesters, the peaceful protesters. These rioters would have been in jail. Every single one of them. Every single one of them would have been in jail. Every single one of them. This is a planned attack. This is a planned attack on our way of life. Betty, President Trump had to go into the bunker. I guess he was threatened, right? I guess Trump was. I forgot to record this. You believe it? You got to join my app. It's free. Frankie Russo on the App Store. Frankie Russo in the Apple Store. Frankie Russo on Google Play. Here, China and Iran say I can't breathe. London says I can't breathe. Germany says I can't breathe. So it's all over Europe. It's all over Asia, right? It's crazy. This is a outside and in attack on our way of life. They did it with the virus, where they turned the same thing, the same players. Iran, China, and Russia. They spread it. They quarantined Wuhan to China. Yeah, it's Frankie in MEM. Just download it. You help me because I'm trying to get I'm trying to make some moves. Help me, man. Download. It's free. So China, the same players. Now here's interesting. Paul Sperry, a repeating pattern. This is Paul Sperry, a fabulous, a tremendous. Thank you, my brother. It's free. Investigative reporter, Paul Sperry. Ferguson, Baltimore, Cleveland, Charlotte, Staten Island, not to mention Sanford. Civil rights activists and MSM manufacture narrative, racist cop killed black suspect, and then exculpatory facts come out in court, cops acquitted. Right, MM? Cops acquitted. That's the pattern, right? So all of a sudden now, they have an instance where this might be something that, I mean, we're going to wait to see. That's why, right, Matt Betty, Sperry is great. So, I mean, that's why, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And this is because of the Democrats. We got to get our great president reelected with coattails. And I think the president's going to, I think the landslide is there, but he's going to have to go out and get it, I think. I think Trump is going to have to go out and get it. Like, go into the black churches, go into the Hispanic churches, and really, go out there everywhere. I think that's how he's going to have to do it. It is beyond belief. Beyond belief. And then you got Twitter, right? Attacking our president. Twitter. This guy, Yoel Roth, the head of site integrity for Twitter, attacking our president's tweets. Censoring our president's tweets. Stuff like this I've never seen. Now, granted, the digital world is new. Like TV was new when John Kennedy ran. Right, Don? But, hey, yes. Yes. Listen to me, son. You don't have to be down with Trump. But you're not going to come in here and talk like that. You can tell me how much you don't like his policies. It's okay. But don't curse in here. I'm throwing you out. I'm telling you. You're warned. I'll throw you right out. This is a Trump room. You don't have to like Trump. This is America. You're entitled to your opinion. But don't come in here and cursing. Because I'm going to get, they've already been blocked. I'm not going to get blocked for stuff like this. I'll throw you out. Beyond belief what they're doing. Beyond belief. Right, Em? And let me tell you, just so, I've been going over my old data that I had at ABC when I was at ABC for 143 hours at ABC, a weekend broadcaster. I found something which I thought was pretty interesting. SA-24s, these are Soviet man pads, right? I was blown away because I was looking for the picture on Antifa. I have a great picture on Antifa, and you can't delineate between whether they're radical Islamists or this so-called Antifa because they're both anti-Jew and they're both, anarchists. And this picture, this according to a Venezuelan military presentation seen by Reuters, Venezuela has 5,000 Soviet man-pads, surface-to-air weapons, the largest known stockpile in Latin America, a source of concern for U.S. officials and the country's mounting turmoil. So they have this is what, who got them these? They came from Asia. They came from Asia. Iran. North Korea is there. China is there. Russia is there. Venezuela is the next Syria. Okay? Like what they've done, they've turned Syria into an Iranian colony. Iraq is an Iranian colony. Yemen is an Iranian colony. They take over the capitals, these densely Shiite populated countries, and they take over through the capitals. They cooed the Hadi government, the duly elected Sunni government, and sent it to Aden in Yemen. Now, let's get to Margarita Island, because I'm going to do Margarita Island in the full this week. I just want to show you, just to give you an idea of where, because I couldn't find it on my big map. Well, I've been, we drill down. I'm an amateur scientist, Amateur scientist, and we drill down into the nucleus. We go in, we get the vectors. So here's Margarita Island, right? Here's Caracas. Just to give you an idea, I couldn't even find this island on my map. I got a big map, a geopolitical map. It's beyond belief, Em. Well, we try, We give a perspective, outside looking in, and we believe we're statistically significant, right? I don't have we have some incontrovertible truth, like July 5th, 2016, right? We have some incontrovertible truth, This is right. This is crazy, right? So here's Margarita Island. This is the safe haven in the Western Hemisphere for Hezbollah and Iran and Hamas. This is their safe haven, and from here they get their IDs in the in Venezuela, the ODINEX. Now it's SIAME, the Naturalization Immigration Agency. They get their IDs, and they either take a flight from Caracas into the northern border into Canada to infiltrate America through the northern border, or they go through Bogota, Colombia. Then they go through the Panama Canal. Then they're in Latin America, where you got Costa Rica, you got Guatemala, you got El Salvador, and then you're in Mexico, Guadalajara, Monterrey, and then you're right into those vectors from San Diego, Tucson, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, New Mexico, jihadi training camp over there. The federales shut down. You got San Antonio. Then we talk about this vector all the time, right? And this is how they ran those. I believe we're going to find out that that's where the fifth crime scene is with this attack on our cities, right? This was an attack, people. This is an attack on our cities. That's what this is. What about the people that weren't in the streets, that were home? Their safety was in danger today. Their safety has been in danger. Thank you, Joseph, for the retweets. Their safety has been in danger for a long time, right? For this whole week. What happened? I mean, where are the mayors and the governors? Their safety was in danger, the people. You know, and these are not just white people, right? They're also non-white people that didn't go to the streets. Their safety was in danger. Why didn't the mayors, the Democratic mayors, and the Democratic governors put their cities on lockdown? Why not? And allow the protesters, quarantine the protesters, and let them peacefully protest. They can't roam the streets and destroy the businesses that people put their life. I mean, this is sick. This is sick. This is sick, man. This is an absolute disgrace. So Margarita Island, we're going to talk about all week. Because we believe, I'm telling you, MEM, we believe Margarita Island, because this is in the Western Hemisphere. This is in our hemisphere. This is crazy. All the way from West Asia. Crazy. I got a little sidebar for y'all. Now, we're going to put the vectors together just to get back to Margarita Island, just to let you know. In Colombia, right? There's a in Colombia, which is from Caracas, it's like this. Colombia is like this. From Caracas, like this. I don't know if it's 180 degrees northwest from Caracas. Caracas is right here. I'm not sure if it's going this way, right? It may be in the third quadrant in a Cartesian coordinate system, the vector from Caracas into Bogota. That's where Maduro was born, right? But in the area of Colombia, not far from Bogota, is a Hezbollah training camp. And there's another Hezbollah training camp that's been there since the 1990s. I was blown away. I got the article. It's a government document, so it's been vetted. So the due diligence on this article is a higher level than just a newspaper sourced article. This is a government document, pretty much an academic document. So it's been published with much vetting, and it has. We'll talk about it tomorrow. There's a Hezbollah terror cell in Colombia, almost 180 degrees north, 180 degrees west, not northwest, west. Did I say northwest? I hope not. West, but it's not 180 degrees. It's more like in the third quadrant, like 230 in the third quadrant. So there's Hezbollah. So in Colombia, so that's how these vectors go. You got Caracas. You got from Margarita Island, you got Caracas. Then you got Colombia near Bogota. And you got a terror cell in another part of Colombia, not far from Bogota, where Hezbollah has been there since the 1990s, like the 1990s in Philadelphia, the Hamas conference in Philadelphia, right? And in the 2000s, there was a terror cell inside of Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, we're going to talk about this. So Hezbollah is in America. We know this. We're just going to confirm all these vectors, right? Just to give you the overview. So what's up there, dog? So I just want to add, though, so I got something that I was kind of blown away on. This is like a sidebar. Because I was watching, I watch Fox News all the time. And when I don't agree with the broadcasters, I tell you, Maria Bartiromo had a great show today. She's a fabulous broadcaster. No problem, MEM. Maria Bartiromo is a fabulous broadcaster, right? She's got a lot of experience, and she had a great show today. She had this Senator Ron Johnson on from Wisconsin. He's a big Trump supporter, right? And he was talking about the things we talk about, right? She was talking about Hillary Clinton's. He was talking about Hillary Clinton's server. Now listen, we talk about this all the time, and he confirmed it today. The State Department said it would restart an internal review. This is New York Times. The State Department said it would restart an internal review into the handling of Ms. Hillary Rodham Clinton's emails now that the Justice Department's investigation is formally closed, based on the July 5th, 2016 Comey press conference where he played Senator, Supreme Court Justice, and President of the United States and rewrote the U.S. espionage statute and invoked an element of intent not required by Congress for a felony violation of the U.S. espionage statute. Andrew McCarthy, blind sheet prosecutor, right? So this article goes on to say that review of the Hillary Clinton emails could threaten the security clearances of several dozen other career officials and political appointees who knew of Hillary Clinton's private email server. So on Maria Bartiromo's show, what up, Bensonhurst? Ron Johnson confirms this. He says the reasons why Comey and the ilk of the FBI were shutting this investigation down because other staffers knew of this server, and Barack Hussein Obama, MEM, Barack Hussein Obama on 60 Minutes claims he knew nothing about the server. And there's evidence out in the source that 18 emails went from the Hillary Clinton server to the Barry Sabakwa handle on the Clinton email server. So he was aware of Hillary Clinton's server outside of the state.gov network. Absolutely, dog. So the Obama-Clinton crime family is at it again, right? Major, I'm telling you, so dirty. That's why he's there, right, dog? That's why the rogue intelligence guys, they love them. And they like Obama even more, right? That's why he's there. Comey had the goods on Hillary. They wanted Hillary in so bad. Hillary says, I got to run. I need Comey. Clean me up, Comey. Comey goes, okay, yeah, I cleaned you up, but now I'm not going to tell the American people everything. They're holding stuff because they figured Hillary Clinton was gonna win, and they had the leverage on HRC, right? Hillary Rodham Clinton, right? There you go, dog, right? Comey's an intelligence officer. He's not a moron, right? They'll hold him back. They tell the people what they want to hear, and they got the goods on the Clintons. They wanted Hillary in power so bad. It's beyond belief. What up, boy? They sat Hillary down. Well, MEM, the governor over here, I think the governor's the devil over here. I tell you the truth, man. The governor over here is really bad. This guy is really bad. Beyond belief, this governor. Beyond belief. Well, we don't underestimate everything, but I tell you, Biden staffers, right, dog? Biden staffers bailing out the rioters, from jail. It's crazy, MEM. Crazy. What the heck is going on over here? These vectors, tomorrow, when we go through all these vectors, it's going to make even more sense. It's going to be Hillary Clinton. Don't be surprised, Betty, if it's Hillary Clinton. Don't be surprised. Hillary Clinton. Don't be surprised. This is all a ruse. August 1st, he's going to pick it. It's going to be the Clinton. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm telling you, dog. Don't be surprised if it's Hillary Clinton. I'm telling you. Don't be surprised. Come on, man. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you. Forget Kamala Harris. Forget it. Forget about it. Right, dog? I'm telling you. We're close. I'm not saying it's incontrovertible truth, but forget Kamala Harris. No gravitas. She don't have it. She might as well be Cuomo, laying in the streets with the Black Lives Matter. That ain't going to win your presidency. No. She's in the streets chanting with Black Lives Matter. That's not going to pull the people out. Black Lives Matter called for cop killing. We are law enforcement people. We are law enforcement people. Not every cop acted like that cop from Minneapolis. And those three others that watched them do it. What morons. The dumbest group of police officers I've never seen. The dumbest. Right, Bensonhurst? NYPD. Now, it's not going to be Stacey Abrams. No way. No way is it going to be Stacey Abrams. She don't have it. She's not going to pull it. She's not going to pull it. She ain't pulling it, Betty. Stacey Abrams ain't pulling it. She don't have the experience. She's got none. None. I'm telling you, right? It happens all the time, man, right? They underestimate Trump. Trump is a neocon. Trump is a Russian KGB agent. It doesn't matter. It's not going to win it for them. You need more than that, Betty. You need more than, identity politics only takes you so far. It doesn't win elections, right? Identity politics doesn't win elections. And her arguments are not, it doesn't sit well, right? It's not, as much as they want, they're trying to convince us, they're not going to get bomber numbers from the black vote. They're not getting bomber numbers. I'm sorry. They're not getting bomber. Bomber's not on the ballot. Bomber is not on the ballot. They're not getting bomber numbers with the black vote. And if Stacey Abrams is the vice president, you can forget it. Don't forget, Obama got 40% of the white vote. Where people don't want to talk. Oh my God, dog! If Trump wins Florida, it's a wrap. And he gets Ohio, it's a landslide. Dog. Trump wins Florida, it's a wrap. If he gets Ohio, I think it's a landslide, son. Because he gets Florida and Ohio, the game is many pathways for Trump. Many pathways. Trump's got pathways all over. You'd be surprised. This is going to be a crazy election. In spite of all the cheating that these Democrats are going to do. And they're going to do a lot. He could. If he gets 28 to 32% of the city, right? That's all he needs. I'm telling you, dog, right? If he gets 28 to 32, 33% of the city, upstate, he's got New York's in play. You're right, Greenwood. I like no mail-in ballot. I agree with you. But I don't know if we're going to have control over that. Thank you, Safe Libraries. God bless you. Thank you for the super heart. Thank you, Safe Libraries. Hey, I'm for safe. Hey, listen, really, it is. I agree with you, dog. And with these Democrats, thank you for the retweets, Safe Libraries. It is like, it's beyond belief, right? Dan from Facebook. Hey, what's up, Dan? Danny K, what's up, brother? God bless you. Let me see anybody on Facebook. Let me see what's going on with Facebook. Anybody? Hey, Danny. What up, Lee? Lee Newton Rose. What's poppin', Lee? Right? So I think when we, right? They're not pulling this off. They may give. God bless you, safe. They may give. Well, right? They may pawn this off that because they're going to suppress Trump's numbers. They got Trump like 39% approval. I mean, these people are nuts, right? You believe these people, right? We went through this in 2016. We could see this whole thing going over again, and Biden picking Hillary Rodham Clinton as his vice president, and everybody ginning this thing up, right? Like Biden is going to pull bombing numbers with the blacks, let alone 40% of the white vote. Exactly, Betty. That's the truth, right? Exactly. Exactly, right? Right? Right, Betty? So they're going to pawn this off. Oh, Trump's in 39. For many reasons. There are people within the mainstream media that hates Trump, and they hate us, they hate the Trumpers, and they just want to destroy the country, right? And there are people that do this to make a race. I'm telling you. It's either going to be 16 or landslide. It's starting to look the way these Democrats went with the virus, and now this. Not only were we attacked by the virus, which was a human bioweapon, right, dog? I'm telling you, but dog, he has no other choice. He can't run from the Obama Clinton crime family record. He can't. He can't run from it. He can't. And Hillary, this is her last hurrah. This is the Democrats' last hurrah. Kamala Harris, forget it. She has no gravitas. She'll dance in the streets, right? And then she'll lay in the streets with Black Lives Matter. That makes her presidential timber? Are you serious? Since when is Stacey Abrams presidential timber? It's a joke. These people are not presidential timber, let alone Joe Biden. He can't even remember what he said 2 seconds ago, let alone what he ate. This is a joke. But what's crazy is, I'm telling you, Betty, what's crazy is a joke, right? What's crazy is the people are being manipulated beyond belief. Manipulated. Beyond belief. That people are actually out in the streets, right, dog? Screaming, committing crimes. Some of them are in jail. And they're probably, it's crazy. Because they listen to these moronic Democratic politicians and the mainstream media. Like CNN, like MSNBC, George Soros, right? Open Society, Planned Parenthood. These people don't care about the people. Look how they treat them. Yeah, right. Right. You mean where was Obama born? Deranged. Where was Obama born? He's not an American. We know that. Obama's not an American. He's a mole of the intelligence agencies. What happened with Mike Lee, Betty? Betty, what happened to Mike Lee? He went against Trump? Mike Lee went against Trump? I mean, these politicians, they're stupid too. Okay, Donna, you're a genius. I guess the left does elect kings. You're a genius, Donna. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're a genius. Absolutely, dog. Yeah, right? Hawaii, he said. Yeah, I don't believe Hawaii, son. You believe it. You believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, for all I know, Obama was born with Maduro in Bogota, Colombia. Obama was born. Obama was born in Bogota, Colombia. Obama was born in Bogota, Colombia with Maduro, for all I know. Hey, listen, bro. Don't come in here and disrespect the president. Right, MM? There you go, Cody. You're right, Donna. I care where he was born. That means a lot. That means a lot, bro. Dog, that means a lot. It tells you a lot. Just look at it. Where's Maduro born? Bogota, Colombia? Where the hell was Justin Trudeau? And Mohammed Javad Zarif in America? Mohammed Morsi was born in America. For all we know. John Brennan acts like he was born in Riyadh. John Brennan was born in Riyadh for all we know. Hillary Rodham Clinton was born in Mecca. Deranged? Why is Rubio getting lambasted in Twitter? What'd he say? Biden's staff is bailing out rioters. In my life, I've never heard anything like this in my life. Biden's staff is bailing out. Biden's staff is bailing out. He did everything great. Then we got the human bioweapon, and now we're getting attacked. Now they're blowing up buildings. They're blowing up police precincts. They're blowing up police cars. If the people don't respect the NYPD, the police department, the police officers, we got anarchy, son. We got anarchy, right? It's bad. The rioters are the right wingers. Yeah, like that rat. Yeah, right. Okay, deranged. Yeah, I was out in the streets. Yeah, right. Right. Right, Lee Greenwood. What happened with Rubio? Right? If we don't respect the police, what do we got here? We got anarchy. Very bad. And that's because we got weak mayor and weak president and weak governor. Cuomo's weak, and so's de Blasio weak. Two weak leaders. Now, one of them got the cojones they were born with, right? Right, Donna? Hey. The range don't know what the hell he's saying. Are you serious? That sounds like the Minnesota governor. The Minnesota governor said the protesters were white nationalists. Out of the DNC, the stealth jihad radicalismist with Keith Ellison, that might as well have come out of Keith Ellison's mouth, or Adrian Carson's mouth, or Congresswoman Omar's mouth, or Congresswoman Tlaib's mouth, or CARE, the Council of American Islamic Relations, or Hamas, right? Rubio's ridiculous. If he said that, he's ridiculous. He is ridiculous, Rubio. If Rubio said that, he's ridiculous. He tweeted it? Wow. Disrespectful, dog. I agree with you. Disrespectful. Deranged. Do you know what you're talking about? Deranged. Don't be bringing that language in here, okay? You could stay in here as long as you don't curse and be disrespectful. I don't care. It's crazy. A church is on fire? This is what I'm saying. Sharia law. People, you're looking at, the Islamists were burning the churches out in Syria, out in Iraq, out in Egypt. Ask Raymond Ibrahim, the Coptic Christian. They've been burning Christians. They burned the Islamists burned the Notre Dame Cathedral. They wouldn't admit it, but the Islamists burned the Notre Dame Cathedral too. They burned churches down, the Islamists. They're burning churches here. I can't even go to church. I'm a Eucharistic minister in my church. I haven't gone to church since March 12th because I got de Blasio and Cuomo telling me it's a shutdown. Meanwhile, they're sending COVID patients to nursing homes, which is making up 40% of the death. The elderly people are getting treated like garbage. And they include those numbers in the death numbers. If they didn't do that, and if they did it the right way and protected the elderly, we wouldn't have the death that we got today, the horrific death, and then we wouldn't be on shutdown. Right, dog? Deranged is deranged. Strange. I've never been to. I never been to. I'd love to go to Israel, Lee Greenwood. I'd love to go to Singapore. Outside of America, my country. I love my country. Absolutely, dog. They want it, Terry. You're right, Terry. 100% right. That's it, Betty. It's an organized attack, Donna, right? So do I. I love Israel. I love Israel. I'm pro-Israel. I would love to go there. I would love to go to Italia. My family's from Italy. I'd love to go to Italia. I'd love to go to España, Spain. I'd love to go to Argentina. I'd be afraid. I'd love to go to Singapore. I'd love to go to Turkey. It must be a beautiful country. It's a beautiful country. But once they see the American passport, you got a problem. There you go, dog. Me too, Donna. I'd love to see Italy. Absolutely, Italia. I would love it. There you go, Betty. Oh my God, I can only imagine. They're all over Europe, Lee. It's a wrap. They're going to call Eurostan. It's going to be called Eurostan. You know what it is? The vectors, the subway. I had vectors. I'll show you them this week in Europe. From Belgium, Paris, Madrid, just one vector. Belgium, Paris, Madrid, I remember correctly, Barcelona, to I forgot the city in northeastern, the vector in northeastern Italia. Then to go back to Belgium, you got to go through Germany. At least Germany, I remember. Then you go right into Belgium. It is, so the displacement is zero. That's how we look, that's how we evaluate the ground. Because we do a ground analysis. A geopolitical, a military reconnaissance ground analysis. The trains in Europe are the problem. And if you look at that, remember that hit in the Paris, that hit with that, when those three military operatives were off duty and they saved the Islamists, they saved lives and they got the Islamists. That was on the train. The train vectors, the position vectors, they become pipelines. And that train is how they move. They move logistical and technological support. They move human assets. They move weapons through these trains, these pipelines, these position vectors. What's happened in our country? Well, we've been attacked now. Cities now are under fire. And now the mainstream media is saying, well, the protesters are peaceful. Do you see the PC? The protesters are peaceful, and it's outside groups. Come on, man. The protesters are working with the outside groups. London is like Qatar, exactly, Lee. London, right, dog? Donna? London, Germany, right? Iran, Western Asia, China are all saying, I can't breathe. Why am I not shocked? They attacked us with the human bioweapon. They shut us down. They reduced our economy. We got 40 plus million out of work, right? Now they're attacking the cities. Now there's physical attacks. We had an invisible attack on our cities with the human bioweapon, right? And now we got the infiltration. Orchestrated attack, and the ruse is the protesters. The protesters are the ruse. Everybody's saying, oh my God, Oh my God. Everybody's saying, oh my God. Hey, Donna. Sorry, honey. I don't agree. You know, hey, I wear my mask. I socially distance. But we got to open this up, right? We got to open this thing up. We're looking at breadlines. We're looking at a depression. This is crazy. And you could thank the Democrats, right? MEM. You could thank the Democrats for politicizing, Betty Lee, for politicizing this raid. Because this was an attack, an infiltration on our cities with the ruse of the protesters. Blowing up churches, blowing up police cars, busting into precincts and burning them down, police precincts. This is, and then you got these broadcasters coming on TV with these sympathizers with these protesters. Now, the reason why this got out of hand is because of the weak leadership with the Democratic mayor and the Democratic governor. How? So one of two things. Either we're going to arm up the police with the right weapons to protect this country once and for all, to protect the inner cities, to protect the businesses, to protect the livelihoods and the lives of the people that want to live, be free, and go and do in America. Either we're going to do that or get the hell out of the way and put somebody in there that's going to do that. They are, Betty. They are. They are. We got broadcasters going on the TV with these sympathizers talking about, oh, like it's the 1950s, like it's the 1930s, and people and Afro-Americans are getting lynched. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. In this country, poor people have iPhones, okay? In this country, poor people have iPhones. American poorness people would be middle class in other countries. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke. Hey, listen. Nothing's perfect in this world. I'm not perfect. But, hey, listen. But for the grace of God go I. I'm a man of Christ. I'm a man of the rosary. But we got to keep it real in here. We just got off. I didn't vote for him because I didn't agree with his policies. But we had a black president. We have made some great strides. So I don't understand. The mayor, if that was Rudy Giuliani, there never would have been that violence in the city, in New York. De Blasio is weak. He's compromised. De Blasio is weak. Cuomo is weak. Weak. If that was Rudy, forget about it. They would have been arrested. He would have quarantined the peaceful protesters, and that would have been it. They go home. He would have had a curfew. You protest till 6 o'clock. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., here's where you protest. You could sing all day, scream, yell, all you want. There you go. Go to it. At 6 o'clock, there's a curfew. You go home. There will be no rioting, looting, going into stores and destroying people's businesses. And let's face it, in these cities, guaranteed, not all those businesses are white, right? And everybody wants to say white privilege and all this hogma, all this malarkey, all this baloney about white and all that. It is the dumbest, this racial talk, white, black, and all this stuff is the dumbest talk I've ever heard. There you go, MEM, right? There you go, MEM, right? It's true. Obama got 40% of the white vote. Nobody wants to say anything about that. Right? Obama got 40% of the white vote. And now today they want to tell us that Biden's going to get more black vote than Obama. Right. Any day now, sure. He's lucky he makes it out of his basement of his house. He's a walking gaffe. He can't remember what he said 2 seconds ago. This is a travesty. This is an absolute travesty. Because what you're looking on those streets are manipulated people. You're right, Terry D. You're probably right. These people are manipulated. Instead of taking their energies and putting it into something constructive, right? So, hey, listen, if you want to protest, go out and protest. That's part of the Constitution, to be able to politically assemble. Now, I'm not a Colin Kaepernick fan, right? I'm not a Colin Kaepernick fan. He's not Jack Johnson, okay? He's a millionaire athlete that if he wanted to put his energies in the right place instead of taking it out on the men and women of the United States Armed Forces and defame the flag, right? He decides to defame the flag. But at least it's peaceful, right? But when you start blowing up churches, you start burning down police precincts, burning down police cars, throwing cocktails at police. This is a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. Disgraceful. And people, we got to talk about it. Then you got these community leaders. We got to talk about this and come together. Are you kidding me? Come together? Are you serious? Are you serious? I live in Brooklyn. I got Caribbean to my right. I got African American to my left. Across the street, I got Hispanic. On the other side, I got Jewish. I mean, come on, man. Everybody gets along. Everybody gets along. You don't like the city? You go live out in with his 3 houses to every block. Go do your thing. Not everybody's going to be drinking from the same water as you. And something, I really don't care. I just get on with my life. I respect people, no matter where you're from, whatever. And I just move forward. White, black, I really don't care. I look at everybody as human beings. And, hey, you think I'm a white boy? You think I'm Islamophobic? I don't care. Love me or hate me. You know where I stand. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give it to you real. You don't have to agree with me. It's okay. And quite frankly, I really don't care. What do you think about that? Oh, God. Please, AC, please. This is not the 1930s. This is not the 1870s where they're lynching Afro-Americans. Please. Okay? This is not the 1930s or the 1870s where they're lynching them. Disgraceful. Right? Come on, man. Now, hey, listen. This is like an excuse to destroy our country. An excuse to destroy America. A disgrace. I'm telling you, Donna. AC, you're wrong. You don't know. You're wrong. Your logic is illogical. It's illogical. Illogical. Every week, Terry D, right? Why aren't they? And by the way, the police precincts. This is not the 1950s and 1940s where they're all white. There's more non-white police in these police forces than there are white, and most of them, quite frankly, are run by non-whites. The Afro-Americans run the police precincts. The Afro-Americans run them in most of these big cities. Exactly, Mike. So what's the problem here? We got a wacko white police officer, moron, puts a knee on this guy's neck, and it kills him. And the sick thing about it is 3 other police officers watched it. So that means the entire police officers in every borough and every city throughout America is corrupt. This is the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. MEM. Hey, racism, whether it exists or whatever, I really don't care, You could be whatever background. You know something? You could be my cousin Vinny from Italia. If you're talking like these people do, if you're acting like the police, the way the way that police officer did in Minneapolis do, I think you're a moron. You talk like these people on television that talk about we got to come together as a nation. We're all coming together. I get along with everybody. I don't understand it. I got no problems with people around me. They don't look like me. I don't understand this. Just because of 2 or 3 stupid cops act like jerks and morons, let the justice system take care of it. But you got these Democratic politicians. These Democratic politicians. They are the worst. They're worse. I don't know who's worse. The Mitt Romneys, the Justin Hamashes, the rhinos, stealth jihad radicalismists, or the other stealth jihad radicalismists. Because now, guess what? Who's running? Let me ask you all a question. You heard it here. Because you're not going to hear the fact. Who puts it on the table here? The Russo show, right? You don't get this stuff. What Russo brings to the table over here, you don't get anywhere. Go to Fox News. We call out Chris Wallace when he acts like a Pisa, right? Like De Blasio's a Pisa, Cuomo's a Pisa, Keith Ellison is a Pisa. You got the governor of Minnesota, that Miami mayor was crying, couldn't call in. You couldn't. I mean, it's a joke. That's it, right? That's all it is. That's all it is, AC. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's it, right, Mike? That's it. That's it, Underwood. The facts. We bring it to the table. We drill down into the nucleus. We're not manipulated. I'm not doing a circle jerk for those moronic broadcasters that flip it. Oh, the peaceful protesters. Oh, Susan Rice left an email and it said, go by the book. What does that mean? Oh, James Comey. Oh, Comey, July 5th, 2016. Oh, the FISA warrant is based upon a fake Trump dossier, so everything is fake. Trump's on the phone, impeach him. Oh, Hillary Clinton lost. Trump is a KGB agent. The Wuhan virus is now a human bioweapon. And now we're getting attacked by an organized militia. They look like radical Islamists, but they're not. It's Antifa. Oh my goodness. I'm like, the U.S.-Mexican border, the northern border, Margarita Island. Come on, man. All the way from West Asia. How are they moving the logistical technology? How they moving the weapons? How they moving the human assets? There's the vectors. The vectors don't lie. The vectors don't lie. Hey, AC, he's the president of the United States, right? He can't tell you everything that he knows. Because he's the president of the United States. I'm telling you, Mike, it's really ridiculous. Instead of showing these people, listen, you want to protest? No problem. You're entitled to politically assemble. Quarantine it. Show some leadership. He ain't going to tell AC. If President Trump told us of every threat on this country, we wouldn't leave our house. Okay? So there it is. Are you serious? He's classified information, President Trump. He's the president of the United States. He's not going to tell you the whole truth. He can't. That's why he's elected. That's why he's in his bunker. Oh, okay. Oh, you know that for a fact. You're sitting. That's what I mean, AC, you're probably a kid. It's okay. Twitter, I'll tell you how bad things are. I'm telling you, King Kirby, are you shocked, right? They're trying to beat Trump. Trump's winning. Check this out. Check this out. The Khomeini tweets. The struggle for free Palestine is jihad, right? That's violence. That's war in the way of God. The victory in such a struggle has been guaranteed because the person, even killed, will receive one of the two excellent things. Also, crime against Palestine trouble any human's conscience and inspire opposition. You're probably right, Mike, right? Probably a kid, right? The Khomeini blogs this. Twitter doesn't, but they censor Trump, right? There it is. The Khomeini dynasty worth about 200 billion. Thank you, Obama. Thank you, Obama. The rat. There you go, Kirby. What happened with Cruz? What happened? They fired at Cruz? Get out of here. They tried to shoot Cruz? No way. Are you serious? They took a shot at Cruz? No. Really? No way. They took a shot at Cruz? Are you serious? When? Well, the guy said Cruz dodged a bullet. Ted Cruz? He doesn't believe the scientists. There's AC. AC says, follow the science. This is what I mean about the... What happened? Oh, the visas? What happened in LA, Kirby? Well, Compton's, crazy, right? That can't be far from LA. Compton. So what happened with Cruz? Kirby, what happened with Cruz? What happened with Ted Cruz? What happened with Ted Cruz? Because we're not the big. What happened? Something happened with Cruz? We're not the manipulated ones, right? What happened with Cruz? It's disgraceful. This is disgraceful. So we went from an invisible enemy, a human bioweapon. So we're under attack. I mean, we said this. We said this from the beginning of this virus, right? They illegally wiretapped him too. Who did, MEM? Mike, who illegally wiretapped him? What up, Taxi? Taxi Talk, NYC Taxi Talk. What's popping? So let me ask you. What happened with Cruz? What happened with Cruz? Who wiretapped him? You talking about the Pfizer thing? They unmasked him? They unmasked him? Did they unmask him? Did they unmask him? They unmasked Cruz. Is that what you're saying? Because I know they said they unmasked Donald Jr. too. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. See, people are saying right now, AC, you're nuts. Who are you talking? Who's them?
Sorry.
What's the Lincoln Project? I don't know. Hey, what up, Don? Absolutely. And you know whose fault this is? I blame it on the Democratic governors and the Democratic mayors. Same way they handled the human bioweapon, the Wuhan virus. What's that, MEM? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, Lee, there's so much inside this deep state. I don't know if that's Trump's going to have to be a savage. Trump's going to have to be super savage to get the landslide, and I think Trump is going to have to he's going to have to keep the pedal on the metal, and he's going to have to go after them all to get rid of them. He's going to have to. They're going to have to get some collateral damage here in the deep state. We need some collateral damage. We need some people that are going to face. Oh, he was unmasked. Okay. We need some collateral damage in the deep state. Absolutely. But I don't know if that'll ever happen. I don't know. What up, Swift? I don't know who you are. Oh, I think he's getting a win. Lee, I think he's getting a win. Trump has got... Cuomo's a moron. Please. Cuomo is an absolute moron. He didn't learn anything from his father, his parents. He had honorable parents. He learned nothing from them. I'm telling you, Gary, that's what you should do. AC, it's more than that, right? I don't know all the facts, but I know it's more than that. It's more than that. You're just manipulated like everybody else. Mainstream media manipulates you, and you love it. So be manipulated. I'm not. I'm not. I know. Okay, AC, good. You got the facts. Sure. You got the facts. Okay, AC, you got the facts. Right, Lee? Think about that one. Only from CNN. Could you imagine if you just listened to CNN all day? Oh my God, so biased. That's what I mean. And those cats like Cuomo's brother, they get paid millions of dollars to do what they do. Millions. True. Biden is ridiculous, Gary. Ridiculous. His staffers are bailing out the rioters. You can't, Terry. You can't. You got to be. I hate to be so cynical, Terry, but we got to be cynical. I'm sorry that I'm so cynical, right? We're not manipulated over here. We are ahead of the curve. We know that it's internal forces that have infiltrated this country, and it's coming from the outside as well. And we point to West Asia, right? West Asia. It starts from West Asia, reaches the Western Hemisphere, Margarita Island, and then it goes into the North American continent. Beyond belief. And this whole thing, I mean, I am just, it's unfortunate that the young people have bought some of this line of thinking. It's really unfortunate, you know. It's really unfortunate because it's a lot of, you know, people are entitled to do what they want. I'm not going to tell people what to do and when to protest, but protesting is allowed, right? This is America. If people can't protest, then we're not the country we believe that we are, right? I agree with you, Lee. So people have a right to protest, right? It's according to the United States Constitution. They call it the biggest, right, Mike? Absolutely, Terry D. It's called politically assemble. That's in the Constitution. With that being said, what about the Constitution, the constitutional right of people being protected, right, from the violence that happened? So what you have is basically a ruse, right? You have the protesters out there, and you have the organized militia that used the protesters to 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 basically deflect, be deceptive on what's really going on, right? So it's like a asymmetrical hit. So basically, we got hit with some asymmetrical warfare, right? A deceptive, organized militia moving up and down the vectors. So you can go from all the way from San Antonio, you can go from El Paso, Texas, you go from San Diego, LA, San Diego, right along the US Mexican border. You can follow the vectors from San Diego through Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, New Mexico, El Paso, Texas, San Antonio. Dallas isn't far from there, if I'm not mistaken. How far is Dallas from Houston? Because once you get to Houston, you got a parallel vector going into New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans, Louisiana is the point. The point is the trigger point of this vector that goes all the way to New York. It goes through Macon County, Alabama. A jihadi training camp was shut down by the federales. It goes through alongside of Atlanta, Georgia. There's problems in Atlanta, right? You have problems in Tampa, Florida. We have problems in Texas. There's some cities, right? Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, one of those cities, right? Then you go up, right? You're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hezbollah terror cell. You got an organized militia in there. Then you go into D.C. Organized militia in there. Philadelphia. Organized militia over there. New York City. Organized militia over there. There's the vector. All day, every day. That's a position vector. That's a train. That's a train. That's a pipeline. They jump on the train, they move up the East Coast. Beyond belief. Once you get to New York, you got Boston, another hit. You got cities at Jersey City, another hit. Telling you. Terry, it's crazy, right? But how ironic and apropos that Keith Ellison has taken over the legal side of this thing for the prosecution. How apropos. A stealth jihad radicalismist. Keith Ellison. Oh, terrible. Terrible, Terry D. He's in with the CAIR, the Council of American Islamic Relations, the radical Palestinian branch of Muslim Brotherhood, the PA, Hamas branch of the Black Congressional Caucus, with the Nation of Islam, the Farrakhan. By the way, Linda, exactly, Terry D. Perfect point. Perfect. Linda Sarzour. And you know what's also interesting? A little sidebar. Mayor Khan, the ISIS mayor in London, guess who he represented? Now, guess who he represented? Mayor Khan, the ISIS mayor. Guess who he represented one time in his life? Why am I not shocked? Why am I not shocked? The Farrakhan. Anti-Jew Farrakhan. Right? You want to call the radical Islamists? You want to call them Antifa? It just so happens Antifa are anti-Jew. Why am I not shocked? Right? I'm telling you, when it comes out, it's going to be Antifa, radical Islamists, one half dozen of another. Radical Islamists. So they speak English, they don't speak Arabic. I mean, whatever. London is lost, Terry D. You don't get the vectors. Go to my website, frankierusso.media. What we do basically, it's like a military reconnaissance, a geopolitical analysis. We analyze the ground. We look at the vectors. And we go from example, Wuhan to Tehran, Iran, for example. And we look at the ground. Because these are position vectors. We go from Wuhan to Tehran and back to Wuhan. is there a significant water mass that would prevent them from using the ground? No. But there is a train. But we know, according to Secretary, the great Secretary of State Pompeo, who's absolutely amazing. One of President Trump's Dobermans. When he sicks Pompeo on, he's sick in a Doberman. Pompeo is an absolute Doberman. Oh my God, he is an animal, right? So displacement is zero. If displacement is zero, it is statistically significant. But we know, according to Secretary of State Pompeo, that Marwan Air, which is owned by the IRGC, the Iranian Military Guard Corps, which is owned by Khomeini, in February flew into China 55 times in the height of the virus. So they are, according to the BBC, spreading the Wuhan virus, which became a human bioweapon. So that's how we do our analysis. That's it, MEM. He's a Doberman, man. He's on the Trump team. He's a big lieutenant on the Trump team. He is a Doberman. An absolute Doberman. Like Nikki Haley, she was tough. Nikki Haley was a tough chick. Stephen Munchin. Trump loves Munchin, boy. But this is crazy, man, what's going on. I tell you the truth. I like William Barr. I think he's trying to do the right thing, you know. Amidst a political climate in the United States government on steroids. This is not the 1980s. We have a government that's huge, as Trump would say. He said it. Exactly, right, Terry D? Exactly. Because the left thinks we're stupid. We don't get manipulated. We're not manipulated like the leaders, what the leaders do to their followers. The leaders of the left manipulate their people. Not only do they not act like politicians that are in control, because this was orchestrated. The allowing of the rioters to take over, allowing the protesters, the rioters to allow them to take over the cities and burn down churches, police precincts, and police cars, and throw cocktails at police. Allowing them to do that for days is a disgrace. Is a lack. Why are you in the office, in the position? To take out Trump? So in other words, what's going to be the narrative? Oh, you heard Pelosi? Oh, you reminded me. There you go, Terry D. You heard what Pelosi said, right? Pelosi said, like she said, she's got the test tube. We're going to get the test tube. We're going to get a picture of the test tube that Pelosi said she got Trump's fingerprints on. Apparently, Pelosi claims that Trump was in Wuhan lab, in the Wuhan University. There you go. Okay, Lee. What up, Johnny Ants? She got the goods, she says, on Trump. She got the fingerprints on the, what up, MEM? She's got the fingerprints on the test tube in Wuhan University of Virology. That Trump, she believes Trump actually, the proof they have that Trump actually created the virus. Yes, she says. Trump was in Wuhan. That's why he took a long time to respond to the virus, because he was working on the virus. And he unleashed it. After all, President Trump, she said, he created arguably the greatest economy in the history of the world. The most employed people on the planet. Trump created in 3-4 years, right? 4 years. Unleashing the energy sector, getting rid of, well, hey, listen. Trump, according to Pelosi, created the virus. So Trump created a virus to reduce, right? Trump created the virus to reduce the economy that he created. So, according to Nancy Pelosi, because he wants to try to do it again. In the same breath, she says she's got the mask that Donald Trump wore because she's claiming now Trump's response, because she's claiming that Trump was behind she's insane, right? She's claiming that Trump was behind the protesters, the rioters. That Trump orchestrated this attack inside America because he wants to try to, I don't know, the logic of Nancy Pelosi and Biden hiding in the basement is beyond belief. Exactly, Greenwood, exactly. Trump's response, Trump, anything that goes wrong, they blame Trump. Trump has fixed everything, Terry D. And anything that goes, ask Cuomo. Cuomo was blaming the ventilators on Trump. He blamed the nursing homes. He made all these decisions, Cuomo. He decided to send the COVID patients to the nursing home. You blame Trump. Blame Trump. That's all they do is blame Trump. They block his judges, blame Trump. He's got nothing done, which isn't true. But the whole idea was to slow it down, not approve anything, then nothing gets done, and they blame Trump. But guess what? A lot of things got done. So that thing didn't work, right? Trump is too good for them. Thank you, Senator Mark for the Super Hearts. God bless you, Mark. Thank you so much. Thank you. There you go, Greenwoods, right? There it is. Beyond belief. It's just... But we're ahead of the game. The Russo show, we're ahead of the curve. Tomorrow, I'm going to drill down on Margarita Island. And I'm going to show you the vectors. And we're going to tie this entire thing. And we're going to show the attack by the human bioweapon and the attack inside our infrastructure. The burning down, the looting, the robbery of the businesses inside our cities, the burning down of the precincts, the burning down of the police cars, and throwing cocktails at police. And you got de Blasio saying that the police didn't work it out right. You know Fredo, right? Absolutely, Mike. Fredo did it. What's number 2A? I forget. What is number 2A? What are you talking about? What's number 2A? Greenwood, I'm telling you, tomorrow we're going to drill down on these vectors, the Second Amendment, of course. Of course. I don't have a gun, but according to the United States Constitution, you're entitled to own a gun. I'm not saying you have to have a, like a military graded gun. I hear you, Terry D. Let me see what an AR-15 looks like. I'm not a gun person, but I'm pro Second Amendment. People have a right to carry a gun, I believe. It's American. Wow. An AR-15. That's crazy. That's a military-graded gun, semi-automatic. That's crazy. Wow. But you know something? The police should have these guns. The police should have a military grade, because you're not doing it right by the police. The police should have the military graded guns. They should. If they don't, it's ridiculous. What's a Smith? I'm not a Smith and West 629 6. I'm not a gun person, but I'm looking at an AR-15. Wow, the police should have these guns because what's really sick is there's a like they had an organized. How is it that these organized militia are getting away with this stuff? There's an organized militia attacking our infrastructure. This Minnesota governor, who wants to hear this guy's up? MEM, who wants to hear this governor from Minnesota, his updates? He sounds like such a cooch. Excuse my vernacular, but he sounds like such a cooch. Who knows? Radio, who knows? But this AR-15, boy, the police should have these. These police should have these AR-15s, boy, because on the street is military grade. They can't compete. Right now, the way it's like in London, they have batons. They don't have guns, I think, unless they changed it. The last time I checked, the London police had batons. They couldn't have guns. You believe this? That's Theresa May. That's Maya Khan, right? For the Islamists. That's Maya Khan. That's the ISIS mayor. I'm telling you, Mike, right? So the AR-15, boy, they should. Very few, right? I'm telling you, I know I'm right. Then I'm right. They got AR-15s. They should have AR-15s. Shotguns. They got to be ready because I'm telling you, what they're up against is military graded weapons. And those military graded weapons is sick. They're sick. This AR-15, oh my God. They got to have at least AR. Let me see the AK-47. The AK-47. Let me see this. What does this look like? Okay, the AK-47. They got to have an AK-47, an AR-15. Well, I don't know. I mean, MEM. What should have happened, Greenwood, was they quarantined the protesters from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. After that, there's a curfew. That's it. Go home. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And here's your spot. And that's it. They can't roam the city. They can't roam the streets. I mean, it is disgraceful. And they got us now on a lockdown in New York City. So those poor businesses that are right now on shutdown, some of them got looted. Some of them got destroyed. Wow, Greenwood, that's crazy. An AR for less than $800? Wow. That's crazy. It's a beautiful piece of weaponry. The AR-15s, beautiful. The police got to be armed like the street. What's a big semi-automatic? Because I know the AR-15 is a semi-automatic, right? 30-round magazine. Wow. They got to arm. The police got to be armed up like the militias are, because that's what they're dealing with. They got totally how the bodyguard. Let me see the bodyguard. Bodyguard. $380. That's a nice handgun. That's a nice handgun, bro. That's a nice handgun. Nice handgun. That's a real nice handgun. Wow. That's a Wesson, huh? Smith & Wesson. Wow. How about the pocket handgun? Ooh, I like that. The pocket handgun. I like those assassins. That's what they walk around with, the pocket handguns. The pocket handgun with the piece at the end. Rugger LC9. Oh, you have, Mike? Wow. It's so light. Do you have the silencer at the end? Do you have the silencer, the piece at the end? I believe you, Mike. I'm not a gun guy. Laser. That's what they call it. A laser. Nice. They call it pocket handgun 380. Nice. Crazy, man. It has a laser, right? That's what they call it. Wow. Oh, it has a laser. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, snap. I see what you're saying. They call it laser sight. So that's the red light. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. So it's got the laser, got the red light. Wow. That's insane. I tell you, man. It's hot. Oh, rugger? Let me see the rugger. What is that? Rugger what? Let me see the rugger. What is that, Terry? Oh, it hits? Okay. Rugger. What is that? The 9 milliliter or the, what was that number again? The rugger what? 9 something. The SR9C? Is it a 9 millimeter? Is the rugger a 9 millimeter? Terry D, is the rugger a 9 millimeter? 9 millimeter, right. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, let's see. Wow. That's crazy. That's a crazy gun, son. Lord have mercy. Wow. The Rugger PC carbon rifle, 9 millimeter. Look at this carbon rifle. That looks crazy. That carbon rifle looks like, oh my goodness. It's a rugger fits in your waistband. Wow, that's crazy, Terry. So you got the gunfight at the OK Corral, huh? The Rugger PC carbine rifle, 9 millimeter, Matty 16.12 inches. No one could see. Gotcha. I'm telling you, Terry Greenwood, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's just ridiculous what these. So the AR-15s is a hot rifle, bro. That is like that's a military graded weapon. That is like insane. That is insane. It's got a laser. It's got a laser sniper scope, air vents, a flash suppressor, machine gun grip. The AR-15 is crazy. Oh, the Rugger is great too. Wow, Terry D. It's got a magazine, a hand trigger, a full auto switch, and a collapsible stock. That's sick. Oh my God. You got it. Wow, you got that bolt. Wow, Greenwood. That's crazy, bro. That is sick. The police got to have at least that to compete. To compete on the street, that's what the police need. If they don't have that, they're not doing the right thing with the police. You're locked and loaded. I agree. I hear you, Greenwood. Let me tell you, if the NYPD don't have AR-15s, they're not up. They got problems. We got in New York. They were up and down our infrastructure, up and down, up and down. This militia that infiltrated New York, up and down our militia, up and down our infrastructure, like they were doing jumping jacks. And De Blasio is sitting there. That's why this is political. The SWAT, absolutely. But the police need to be with military graded weaponry because that's what the street is. The streets got the military graded weaponry all the way from the U.S. Mexican border. Absolutely. I can't get that out of my head. Wow, this AR-15, boy. Wow. Crazy. AR-15 5.56 Golden Eye series 15. You know what really blows? Let me tell you what really. You know what really blows me away? I'll tell you what really blows me away. This is what. This is the weapon that really blows me away. I'm fascinated with it. This weapon. I'll tell you right now. I like rockets. I do. I'll show you what really blows me away. Man pads. A 6-foot missile, right? Launch tubes are generally 4 to 6 feet long. So you got a 6-foot missile on your shoulder. Weight between 28 and 55 pounds with a range can strike airlines up to an altitude of 15,000 feet at a range of about 3.2 miles. That is sick. Maximum speed, Mach 2. Targeting types. Missiles hone in on aircraft's heat signature, namely the exhaust. The command line of sight. Operator controls missile via remote. So it's surface to air. You're on your feet and you got a 6-foot missile on your shoulder. This is on my website, frankierusso.media. Laser targeting. The missile follows aimed laser beam to spot an aircraft. That's sick. These man pads are sick. This is sick. Man portable air defense systems are surface-to-air missiles that are lightweight enough to be operated by a single person. This is a game changer, these man pads. This is the stuff that I like. Oh my God. This is the stuff that I like. The system consists of a missile inside of a disposable tube, a grip stock, and a battery to charge the missile. God bless you, Terry D. That's what I like. Man pads. Ooh. These man pads, this is a weaponry that changes the playing field on the battlefield. Man pads changes the game. They got thermal batteries, a launch tube, sights, and a grip stock. Sick. That's what I like. Man pads. Check it out. Range can strike airplanes up to an altitude of 15,000 feet at a range of about 3.2 miles. That's sick. Mach 2 speed. Let me see what Mach 2 speed. Let me see if I can get some sort of actual meters per second. Let's see what actual Mach 2 meters per second. Let's see. Velocity. So Mach 2 is 1,534 meters per hour. Let's see what that is per second. So let's see. 1534 meters per second. Meters per hour. Convert to meters per second. Meters per second. Velocity. Let's see what that comes to. My God. Wow. So 1,534. Mach 2 is 1,000. This is why I love. I mean, I love man pants. I love this stuff. Oh my god, the Mac the Speed is sick too.